everyone. So let's start off with the recap. And like I had already said, a big thanks to everyone in my last recap video. That is basically recap thanks because there was a lot of people to say thank you. Now let's talk a little bit about how the whole process was. It was really hard. I cannot lie, it was really hard. Um, at the beginning of the year, I thought that, how are we going to do this? But with family and friends, we were able to do it. Then it became even harder because a little surprise, which is I have a little newborn baby right now, and I was surprised, and I'm like, oh no, how am I going to do it now? How am I going to get this place opened? But we did it. We did it. So a week before my baby was born, we were able to open this place up. I was able to be there with you guys to greet you guys to our new location, and that is the most beautiful thing. That filled my heart with joy, and I said, I am ready to do this. I am ready to go have this baby. I am ready for a new year. So again, thank you to all my customers. Thank you to all of you guys. And it was such a fun end of the year. I am so glad that I got to see you guys at our grand opening. So when we had our grand opening, it was so unexpected because my husband is like, no, we need to get this place opened because we were paying two rents. We were paying two rents, one in our old location, one in our new location. And that was just devastating. That was, we were hitting our lowest point. But one thing I remember, somebody very special said to me, never lose hope. Hope is going to be the last thing you're going to lose. And I kept getting back up, and I'm like, we need to do this. So the last couple of months, my mother-in-law came to help us with our other kids because we have other kids. We have a pretty good sized family. So she came to help us, and she she said, you guys go and do what you guys have to do. And we did. And it was really hard. I'm not gonna lie, it was probably a lot of tears, sometimes arguments here, sometimes arguments there. But and I know that for some people this is not what you want to hear, but for me, I just kept praying to God and letting Him take over. And I never lost hope. So and I just want to say I'm very happy that I got to live this experience with all of you guys, with my friends. This is where I grew up. I grew up here in Tacoma, Washington. I am not from Tacoma, Washington. I consider myself from Tacoma, Washington because this is where I grew up. I am from Mexico, from a city called Puebla. And I love Mexico, but honestly, I love Tacoma, Washington more. And it just makes me so happy to be able to be where I grew up and to see new generations coming. And Tacoma is pretty bad, but we can make it better. We can make it better by being the great community we are. And, you know, just it was a tough time, but let's recap a little bit of how it was. So, we all of a sudden my husband comes and tells me, no, we need to get this place open now because we don't have a lot of money left. So and then I'm like, I am 9 months pregnant, I can't do this. And he's like, but if you have the baby, then you won't be able to do this, so we need to get it open now. And so we just, so all of a sudden, we just ask friends, family, and everyone if they can help us. We get all the stuff moved into the new place. And then it all happened like within a week. Everything moved in. The health department comes the next day. They check, they tell us that we can open. We we get a few flyers that say we're gonna open. We give out coupons, and it was just so beautiful because I had friends from high school, new friends, old friends, family, everybody came together, and it was just beautiful. So I know that a lot of people are asking, why did you put those pictures on the windows? It looked a lot more beautiful without those pictures on the windows. Well, like I said, we live in Tacoma. We can be a great place, but sometimes we need to realize where we come from. And it's just for a little bit for advertising so people can see, and a little bit for protection. Let's also talk a little bit of how hard it was when we got this place. So a lot of people might think, oh, it's beautiful, but it was not. It was not beautiful. It was very bad. We so when we got it, it was, for a lot of people that remember passing through there, they can remember that it was trash. I remember my sister telling me, well, why are you gonna get this trash? And I'm like, because I can see it. I'm like, don't you just see it? Don't you just see people parking here, and people coming in? I'm like, can't you just see it? And she was like, well, Erica, I can't. So I was like, and like, well, I can. And a lot of things were bad. The siding was really bad. The floor inside was really bad. The paint was falling apart. And it was really bad. But then again, we had family helped us. Family, my uncle, he's like, I can paint, I can fix the floor. Then we had somebody help us with the outside, and to our surprise, we figured out we can't work on the outside without a permit. So we had to get a permit. Then the electricity was bad also. So we had to get a permit for that. And we learned a lot of things we didn't know, and how to get a permit, how to go with an architect, how to, that sometimes it's just better to do things right. And we had to learn that the hard way sometimes. We um we wanted to do the siding by ourselves, but then we got stopped by the city and saying, "Oh, sorry, you need permit." And it was, sometimes we don't realize that at the time that it's for the best, because we wanted to keep our old windows. We wanted to keep the old siding, but when the city came to tell us that, and we're like, well, if we're already gonna spend this money to get this done, then might as well make it all new again. So we put up new windows, and that was just great. It was great. It was, when it was so sad at the beginning, and we, me and my husband, we were like, oh, we really don't want to do this. But when we saw the finished product, when we saw those brand new windows, and we're like, wow, that looks beautiful. And then my uncle, he's like, my aunts and uncles are like, see, we told you so. We told you it would look beautiful. And yes, it looks beautiful. Thank you, aunts and uncle. Thank you. And then the floor was very bad, very very bad. And my uncle's like, no, you guys cannot open with the floor looking like this. And we're like, we're just trying to get open because it's a lot of money. And he's like, well, I'll help you guys, but you guys need to fix this floor. And we fixed it. He helped us, and so many things. And it was very bad. And I'm just looking back at how it used to be, and how it is now. And a lot of you guys might not think it's beautiful. Maybe sometimes it could look a little bit messy here and there, and things might not be updated completely. But to me and my eyes, I see it as the most beautiful place ever, because we made it. We made it with a lot of sacrifice, with a lot of love. We made it as a team, we made it as a family. And to me, it's beautiful. And I hope you guys can enjoy that too. I hope that you guys can see the beauty that I see in it. And again, I know that there's a lot of things that need improvement. And we're going to be working on that. We're going to be working on improving it. But if you guys were to see how it was a year and a half ago, it's beautiful now. That's all I can say. It's so beautiful, and I love it. I love that my husband put the floor. I love that my uncle helped us put the paint. I love that my aunt and me would be cooking, that my mom would bring us food. I love the memories. I love that my daughter swept and dust and cleaned everything. I love that my little kids got to run around there. And that's the love that I see. That's what I see when I look in there. I see that. And it's it's so beautiful, man. And it was really hard. And also I love the community that came through, and when we opened, they congratulated us. They gave us hugs. They wanted to take pictures with us. They and I love that the little kids, when they were like 5, 6, that they come and they hug us and they kiss us and they tell us, "Oh, I remember when I was 5 or 6 and you gave me ice cream." And they came to our event. They came to support us, and that is the beauty that I see. And I know that a lot of people that don't see what I see can sometimes see what's not beauty. Maybe it's a little bit messy here, it's a little bit messy there. Um, I don't like this. This shouldn't be like this. And I understand. I understand. And again, we're gonna work on that. We're going to try to better it. But it's so much more than that. It's just for me, it's just to look back and see how it was and how it is now. And it's all because we have a great team. So, although this is a recap video for 2024, I also want to recap how it started. Um, it started many years ago when I was 17 or 16 or 17, and my dad got me a job at a place like this. But it was tiny, and I loved it. And I said, one day I want to have a shop like this. So the owner was going to sell that shop when I was 19. And he told me, like, where is a 19-year-old gonna get money from? And he tells me, do you want to buy this shop? And no, I mean, I want to, I would love to, but I don't have this money. And then I'm like, just give me some time to save. And he gave me a couple months, but I couldn't save up the money he wanted. So then he's like, again, Erica, where, how much money do you have? And I tell him, I don't have the money that you want. I am sorry. I really want this shop, but I don't have the money that you want. So I guess that I just can't get it. And he tells me, okay, so I'm gonna have to sell it with somebody else. I tell him, it's okay, I understand. I'll help them, I'll train them, because I love this place. And I just want to stay here. So that's what I did. I have a lot of customers that still know me from that place. So shout out to the BNI. And they and then for a while I was just saving money, trying to pay off debt. Then me and my husband got married when I was 22 years old. and we we were able to save up some money, and we started with basically nothing. We just had a little fridge for sodas and two big fridges for the fruits and vegetables. And then we we just put up a sign that said open. We didn't have anything else. I think back, and I just think, how did I do it? I don't know how I did it. So it would be many days that I would work there. And sometimes that's what we need to do. But I would be there from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. the first year. And my family would be like, "Why are you here? You don't have any customers. Why are you here? Just go home and rest." I'm like, "Because if I just have one customer, that's enough. That's enough, just having one customer. Because that one customer will go tell somebody else, and that's enough." We didn't have money for advertising. We didn't have money for not basically nothing, and we're pretty much in the same spot right now, but we're way better now because we just it's just a lot different. And then so I remember waking up really early because I just had one client that would come for his juices. One client. And he would come at 5:30 a.m. and he would tell me, "I want my juices." And I'd be like, "I got them for you." And then I wouldn't have any customers till 11 or 12. And I didn't care because it's something that I love. So this business is not just a business. This business is family. I love this business. Sometimes my husband gets around and it's like, that's your baby. You love that your business more than your kids." And I'm like, I don't love my business more than my kids, but I do love my business a lot. And I tell my husband, I'm like, it's also my baby. And then we would have no customers all day, and I would stay till 11, and my husband would be like, "Why are you staying here till 11? Go home and rest." I'm like, "Because I have a customer that comes in at 10:45. So if I have a customer that comes in at 10:45, then I'll wait for that customer." And that's the thing, you guys. Never give up. Never. And for me, for the first years, it was just all about, it was all about just paying off the rent. And that's it. My husband would be like, "We're not getting anything out of this." And I'm like, "I don't do it to get something out of it. I do it because I love it." And now I tell my daughter, do something that you love, because if you do something that you love, it will not feel like you're working. For me, it doesn't feel like I'm working because I do it with love. And I hope that you guys can all get the love that we want to transmit to everything we give to you guys. Because we want to show our love with everything we give for you guys, whatever it is. We want you guys to feel happy there. That is, we we enjoy making you guys happy. It's it's just what we do, and thank you again. And also, a lot of you guys are asking, so why do you guys call yourself desserts if you guys don't have pan de dulce? And I get a lot of people come in here and they tell us, oh, we thought you were a bakery. And I just want to tell you guys right now, we are not a bakery, okay? We are not a bakery. I wish I could make cakes and pastries, but we're not a bakery. We There's so many different desserts, but the desserts we specialize in is mostly desserts that are not with bread, that are not cakes. So we have chocolate covered strawberries, we have covered caramel covered apples, we have apples covered with tamarind candies, we have smoothies, we have milkshakes, we have banana splits, we have um, we have fruit with the sweet cream called bionitos. We have strawberries with cream. All those stuff, you guys, all of those things are also considered desserts. And I know that you guys want a bakery, but we are not a bakery. But I will tell you guys this. Shout out to a bakery that I love, and it's called Teresitas. And Teresitas is in Tacoma, Washington, only about 5 minutes from us. And they have really great cakes. So, you guys want bakery? Go to this Teresitas place, and you guys will find really good Mexican cakes there. Tres leches and other really good things. I couldn't recommend it more because I just love Teresitas. So shout out to Teresitas, and to let you guys know that we are not a bakery. We are a dessert, a different type of dessert, and we do have some cakes. We have some leches. We partnered up with one of the best people that make cakes, and we have tres leches strawberry, tres leches coffee, tres leches chocolate, tres leches vanilla. So we do have a couple cakes and they are really good. So if you guys have not had a cake from Erica's, come and get it because they are good. But again, we are not a bakery and I wish we could sell more breads and cakes and stuff like that, but we're not. So we do have other type of desserts that we consider desserts as being Mexicans, that like esquites, like tostilocos. Those are our desserts, like snacks. They're like snacks, but at the same time desserts because we eat them when we're done eating a meal. So those are desserts for us, and that's why they're called Mexican desserts, because it's not like, I know that a lot of other cultures they take desserts as a cake, but we take desserts like like a corn. For us, a dessert is a corn in a cup, and that is what we have, and they are really good. So come and try our esquites. Come and try our elotes. Come and have a tostiloco. Come and have a mangonada. Those are the desserts that we sell. And I hope you guys can enjoy them as much as we enjoy making them for you. Thank you guys. So, just to recap again, thank you all for these 10 wonderful years. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I can't wait to have another 10 wonderful years with you guys. Hopefully, we can we can make it there. And I wish all of you guys the best, for all of your guys' dreams to come true, because I know that I've known a lot of little kids and I've seen them grow up at my business, and I only wish them the best. I wish them the best. And this new generation of kids is gonna do great. Happy New Year's. Happy 2025 and goodbye 2024.